嘿，大家好，我是李贝。OK，我们继续学习标准教程。标准教程，6级下册，好不好 ？All right，第36课第156页，词汇。There's always words, so many words. All right, next is 论坛。论坛 forum, yeah, forum's a good translation. 论坛, maybe we would look at images first. For nouns, you can look at images, you get the good mental picture. 论坛. 论坛, there's lots of delegates and they discuss things. 论坛, 论坛. Yeah, Shanghai Forum, Shanghai 论坛, there you go. World Economic Forum, I guess. 世界经济论坛, yeah, there it is. 世界经济论坛, World Economic Forum. So there's all these types of forums. Yeah, that's what it is. 论坛. Yeah. Okay, so in English, you can use forum to indicate a kind of web page. Does 论坛 indicate a type of web page? I suppose I should add an also, but is ChatGPT awake? I'll have to wake you up. 起床，起床啊！行吗？可能不行。最近他有点迟钝的迟钝。有点不灵敏，没用，是他no， 这是我方出了毛病，是我这边的问题，不是他们那里的问题，还是我这边的什么问题啊？耐心点啊！ All right， 在我们等着我的网恢复的同时，我们可以论坛搜索一下 Pleco 说什么？论坛，公开发表议论的场合包括新闻媒体组织和sorry, let me try again，包括新闻媒体组织的座谈会或开辟的栏目等。So this is a column, maybe in a magazine or something. 学术论坛。So 我的 WiFi 也就是我这边的问题，那怎么办？OK， 也许我停顿一下。OK， 好了，我不知道这是什么问题，好像是暂且的问题。OK， 论坛可以指一种网页类型，但其含义不仅限于此。Yeah, it's not only this, but it can be a type of web page. OK， 实体或虚拟。So a real or a virtual forum. So among the forums I use, one is called, it's called Chinese forums. This one. And yeah, so it doesn't look like much, I'm going to be honest. It's not a very pretty site. But we talk about various things relating to learning Chinese, and sometimes people talk about life in China and whatnot. Yeah, help to translate a Hokkien name into Mandarin. I need a Chinese female name, etc., etc. Yeah, various levels. All right. So yes, so that would be Chinese forums, would just be 中文论坛, I guess. All right. It's a noun, it's not especially challenging, so let's continue. 激励, encourage, inspire. Yeah, okay, so the usual word is 鼓励. So I think it's the same. Okay, 激发鼓励. 激发 is kind of inspire as well. Stimulate, set off. 激发鼓励，英雄事迹，激励了几代人。It's yeah, excitate. Is excitate a word? Interesting. Yeah. So here it's just defined as 鼓励. I usually use 鼓励. Maybe if you forget how to handwrite 鼓励, you can write 激励. Although 激励 is also hard to handwrite. 用英雄事迹，激励自己。激励机制，将军激励战士们勇敢作战。Yeah. All right. So the general urged the soldiers to fight bravely or encourage them. I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT if there's. Oh, sorry, I'm going to sneeze. I'll pause. Sorry, yeah, I just sneezed. I managed to pause it. Okay, so is there any meaningful distinction between 鼓励 and 激励? I'm not aware of any. We'll see. 鼓励和激励都是表示鼓舞. It's also 鼓舞. 鼓舞 the grammar is a little different. Also context a little bit different, but same idea. 推动他人努力向前的词语，但在使用场合和含义上有些稍微的区别. All right, so what's the difference? 稍微 I'll just quickly 具体去做么事？通常用于表达温和、支持性的鼓舞。So, what do you think? Okay, 鼓励孩子学习，鼓励员工创新，鼓励朋友追求梦想。All right, so 激励员工努力工作，激励学生取得好成绩。激励团队合作. I can't see any difference. I feel like all of those you could use 鼓励 and all of these you could use 激励. Well, let's see what this says. 激励强调通过某种手段 yeah, we know that. 去追求的 we know that. Okay, 通常用于表达较为强烈的动员和刺激. Oh yeah, 刺激 is another one, but that one's provoke. There's also 挑衅, which is provoke as well. All right. I don't know. If I've gotten to this stage and I don't know the difference between 鼓励 and 激励, it's probably because the difference is not worth learning. I can't tell the difference. Yeah, if the dictionary is defining one in terms of the other. 激发和勉励. Oh yeah, there's also 勉励. I forgot about this one. 勉励. Urge. Yeah, 鼓励. Yeah, that's another one. Don't know the difference. Probably a better way to figure out the difference is through input rather than having ChatGPT split hairs. All right, 礼节. 礼节, I think etiquette is a better translation. 礼节. There's also 礼仪. Hold on. 礼仪, right? This one. Oh, 礼仪. 礼仪 is etiquette. So 礼节和仪式. Okay, so 礼节表示尊敬、祝福、欢迎、哀悼等的各种惯用形式，如鞠躬、握手等。The etiquette. I think this is like the kind of norms, the things you normally do when something happens. 呵护礼节，讲究礼节， 礼节性拜访外交礼节 diplomatic etiquette. So they are just etiquette. I think etiquette is a better translation than courtesy. Yeah, etiquette. This is propriety, right? Yeah, it's like behaving as you should behave. But li is very similar, isn't it? I couldn't figure out the difference. Li. They're both nouns. They both refer to this etiquette. 礼节和仪式. Oh, so etiquette and ceremony. 仪式. 礼从简. I don't know what 从简 means. Conform to the principle of simplicity. I don't know the relevance between those two words. 社交礼. So 社交 is like interaction. So maybe this is just normal decorum, people interacting with each other. 外交礼仪小姐. Young lady serving at a ceremony. Oh yeah, in China, I have gone to ceremonies like when I've played in chess tournaments. Yeah, in China, they'll have the prize giving ceremony. So 颁奖典礼 颁奖典 or 典礼 right? 颁奖典礼. Yeah, and they'll have like I mean, all these women wearing qipao. There'll be like 10 of them in a row or something with qipao. They're all wearing hong qipao. Okay, 礼仪之棒. Yeah. So I guess that's what that's pertaining to. Young lady serving at a ceremony. Yeah. Usually, I think usually you wouldn't use 小姐 so much nowadays. I mean, you can use it if you're kind of not a local, you'll get forgiven. Yeah. What do you think? 他们的葬礼仪式. No, that's two separate words. 葬礼 is like a funeral. 仪式 is a ceremony, so funeral ceremony. Basically means funeral. Here, 仪式性的 OK， 那个政府职位基本上是仪式性仪式是礼仪性的 ceremonial. All right. So there's 礼节 and 礼. I'll just quickly jot down 礼仪 like this, right? 礼仪. I don't know the difference. 礼仪, 礼节和仪式. What if we go to Google image search and see if maybe we'll get an idea that way. 礼仪. So this is 鞠躬. 礼仪鞠躬. So this is the etiquette. So this is 爷爷爷爷爷爷我怎么说身体有一点老礼不学礼勿以礼 I don't know what that means. Sounds like a Confucius quote. 2分钟懂礼 etiquette. I feel like it would take me more than 2 minutes to read this book. Okay, 礼 and 礼节 礼节 理解实用生活理解 No, I really can't tell the difference. All right, I can't tell the difference. Is there any worthwhile difference between 礼 and 理解理解 You gotta get your tongue down. 理解不是理解是理解哇理解 Both pretty hard to say. Blah 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 blah. 以下 what's the difference though? Okay, 商务礼、社交礼、餐桌礼、婚礼礼。Okay, and this one? 日常礼节、问候礼节、接待礼节、社交礼节。Very similar in meaning, aren't they? So, where does the ChatGPT actually write the answer? Here, 礼节 no 礼节是礼仪的一部分。Okay, so 礼仪 is more general. 常用于日常生活中，如问候、致谢、告别等。Okay, so 礼节 is the kind of day-to-day life kind of etiquette. So how you eat with chopsticks and that sort of thing, I guess. 问候 So, or something like refusing 红包就是你的奶奶送给你一袋红包，你需要拒绝谢绝，然后最终接受。All right, 衷心 Yeah, 衷心 heartfelt, wholehearted, an adjective. 衷心 So the usual 衷心 is like 是衷心. They're pronounced the same. 衷心 There's this 衷心, but we're not talking about that 衷心. We're talking about this 衷心 发自内心的 So originating in your heart. 衷心祝愿 Okay, so heartfelt 祝愿 is more like wishes or blessings, greetings. 衷心拥护 So we saw 拥护 before, right? This 拥护means to support someone. So 衷心 is your wholehearted or your true heartfelt support. 表示衷心感谢 So express your heartfelt thanks. 我们仅向你表示衷心的祝贺，代表我们政府表示衷心的感谢。我愿借此机会向你们表示衷心的感谢，表示衷心的敬意，衷心感谢您的一片您的一片圣意 What is 圣意 Like deep emotions? Generosity, okay. 衷心拥护表示衷心的感激 Yeah, so I think we've got the idea, right? It's an adjective and heartfelt, and it's very much the same as in English. Heartfelt gratitude, heartfelt, I don't know, thanks. Heartfelt, I don't know, you don't usually say it. It's very formal. Maybe you use it in a letter, right? 我衷心感谢大家的帮助。我衷心感谢，所以衷心拥护，衷心感谢，衷心祝贺，祝愿大家身体健康。So I wholeheartedly wish everyone 身体健康 good health, 万事如意 and everything goes according to your wishes. Yeah, 衷心。Okay, the other one you need to know with 衷 is 无动于衷. 无动于衷. So what does the 衷 mean? I guess it just pertains to your heart or something. 无动于衷. 无动 like didn't move. 于衷 well the 于 I'm not sure. 无动于衷 does not move your heart. So something happens and you're just you have no reaction or no emotional reaction. 内心没有受到任何触动，多形容对该关心的事毫不关心。Alright, so something you should care about, you don't care about. Yeah, 无动于衷. We studied this one, right? 对某人的痛苦，无动于衷。So, no, you're like indifferent to the 痛苦 other people's 痛苦 the pain. 我劝了他半天，但却无动于衷。他却无动于衷。Despite my urging him, presumably, to not do something, he remained indifferent. All right. Yeah, 衷心, heartfelt. Are there other words with 衷 in them that we need to know while we're here? I can't think of any. 衷心, 由衷. Is this from the heart? Oh, kind of similar, isn't it? 言不由衷. So the words are not from the heart. 由衷的感谢. All right. 热衷. Oh yeah, 热衷. You often use 热衷于什么什么. Passionate about. 热衷. This is an important one. 急切追求. Okay. 名利权势. What is that? Fame, power, influence. Okay. 热衷功名. All right, let's just move on to the next one. I don't think that's important. This is the important one. 热衷于写诗. So be passionate about writing poetry. 热衷公益事业. Passionate about 公益事业. This public service, public welfare. Yeah, that's another one. 热衷, 初衷. I don't know this one. What is 初衷? One's original intention. All right, 初衷. Apparently that's a word. Usually 初衷 would be 初衷 is early middle school, right? Usually, if it's the other 中. 初中, 着中, 中成. Yeah. All right, let's continue. 爱戴, to love and to esteem. When I think of this word, I think of something like Abraham Lincoln, and people tend to think up to or think Abraham Lincoln is a good role model or a good just someone worthy of esteem, right? For freeing the slaves and everything. 爱戴. 爱戴. It's not really used for normal respect, like respecting your parents or something like that. It's respect in the sense of Abraham Lincoln. 爱戴领袖, 领袖 is your leader. 深受群众爱戴. So the public 爱戴 is you, like has this respect for you. Maybe because you did good deeds or something. 爱戴自己的老师 venerate. 赢得大家的爱戴. 深受人民的爱戴和敬仰. 他受到全校的爱戴. This one, 受到全校的爱戴. 全校, the entire school. So this guy probably is a teacher or a principal at the school or something in that ballpark. I mean, technically it doesn't say he works at the school. I mean, it could be Abraham Lincoln. Yeah, but I feel from the context, it's probably a teacher or a principal. 总理深受人民的爱戴和敬仰. Yeah, so here, 总理, premier, it depends where you are, but premier, prime minister. 爱戴. So well-respected premier. 他因谦卑, right? 谦卑, like modesty. 他因谦卑而受人爱戴. Yeah. So usually it's some sort of leader. Here you go. Okay, 郊区居民，征询 ，what is 征询？征询他的建议，并且爱戴着他。So 他 is not specific. But 郊区居民 what is 郊区 parish? So this is a religious thing, right? Parish. I don't know what a parish is, honestly. 人们仍然带着敬畏和爱戴怀念他。Yeah. So usually it's like a leader or something like this, or someone who's able to change things, and usually they get 爱戴 if they do good deeds. 爱戴 爱戴 this seems like that's her name. 爱戴女战神 all right, that didn't help. Could you give me your top 10 examples of people who might be 爱戴? I tend to think of Abraham Lincoln. 爱戴. No, I just want actual names. Anyway, 国家领导人, yeah, national leaders. I guess ChatGPT didn't want to name specific teachers, doctors, scientists, artists, 公益人士. I don't know what you would call this. Civil servants, maybe? No, something in that ballpark. People who do things for the public. Soldiers, 社会活动家, social 活动家, activists. So presumably this is like Martin Luther King Jr. or something like that, I guess. 企业家, entrepreneurs, 家庭成员, family members. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Oh, these are just examples still. 总统, yeah, the president, but usually for 总统 presidents, it takes some time before people people are willing to admit, oh yeah, that guy was pretty good. Teachers, doctors, yeah, you get the idea. All right, what's next? 示范. 示范. Oh, what's going on? We're okay? I think we're okay. 示范. So, all right. 示 meaning to show, 范 meaning an example, right? 示范. So you use this when you're demonstrating, for example, how something works, or like a physics experiment or something like this. 示范. Yeah, here you go. So this is a yoga demonstration. 瑜伽示范, right? 示范瑜伽动作. So demonstrating yoga positions. This is a 示范. Okay, 戴口罩的正确和错误示范. Okay, so this is 矢量, sort of like vector graphics, so that's not relevant. But demonstration on how to properly wear a 口罩 face mask. Here, no. But that one's no face mask, right? I can't see. This is like your nose is uncovered, it's under your chin. No. Yeah. 示范, to demonstrate. What is this one? Maybe that's political and I won't read that. You can read that if you like. I'm going to avoid political demonstrations, but usually political demonstrations is 示威 rather than 示范. So let's put in 化学, like a chemistry demonstration. So yeah, so sometimes in your chemistry class, your teacher might demonstrate something. For example, mixing acids and bases. Maybe something like this. So they give a demonstration on how to perform a chemistry experiment. Or here. Yeah. Yeah, I remember one time my chemistry teacher in school, there was a big explosion and left a mark on the ceiling. Yeah, whoops. Yeah, that was funny. Shifan, what else can be like demos? Maybe 软件 Shifan. So you demonstrate how to use software. Oh, this isn't working very well. Let's go to ChatGPT. What things can be Shifan demonstrated? Like demonstrated in the sense of give a demo of. Not demonstrated in the sense of proved, or not demonstrated in the sense of marching on the streets. So demonstrate, yeah, 技能和技术. So skill or technology. So you demonstrate how to do something. You demonstrate how to, some sort of cooking technique. Yeah, that's a good one. Let's look at that one. A demonstration of a cooking technique. Yeah, this is shifan traditional, right? So this is some sort of cooking technique demonstration. Yeah, shifan. That's a good example. Okay, 教学内容. So 数学解题方法. So a method for solving a maths problem. A demonstration to how to solve a maths problem. Chemistry experiment. What if we put in both words this time? Chemistry experiment demonstration. Yeah, this is the kind of thing I would think of where they're performing some kind of chemistry experiment. Presumably one that's safe for children, maybe like vinegar and baking soda or something like this. I don't know, they're mushing up some herb. Maybe they're making universal indicator or something like that. Japan. Yeah, okay, so 工作流程, the workflow, presumably in some workplace. Oh, I didn't know properly. Yeah, 示范. So the textbook also says to set an example. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that. To set an example. 做出某种行为或动作，供别人学习和模仿. Oh, set an example in the sense of this is the way to do it. You should copy what I'm doing. 老师为大家示范. Yeah, all right. 示范动作. So this is like demonstrate the action. 示范计算机的操作，做示范. Sorry, that was a good example actually. Demonstrate how to use a computer. This is the normal one. 示范. 老班长今天亲自出马. What is 出马? To exit a horse. 出马 to take action. 代班示范. Okay, 老班. So this is 老班长 is not relating to classrooms. So these are the used ones. Yeah, 我先给大家示范一下. So demonstrate it to everyone. 示范，请你给示范一下. 用点心示范. Yeah. This is the usual one. So this is why I'm a little bit surprised when the dictionary says this one. Set an example. There's a difference between set an example and demonstrate. Set an example is become a role model, right? Whereas demonstrate is demonstrate. Very profound. 他一直在示范如何做面包. Yeah. Okay, so the ija is like continuously. So apparently she's been demonstrating how to make bread for a long time. Yeah, I think this is the usual one. 示范 to set an example. I don't know. So to set an example is like I set an example for my kids because I have good behavior, and my kids will have good behavior. It's not that I'm really demonstrating the good behavior. So, for example, I will treat my parents well, so my children will treat me well, that kind of thing. Let's set an example is more like become a role model. So I think it's different. But 示范, usually you want to think like chemistry experiment or demonstrate how to cook something. That's it. All right. 重庆. Yeah, so we saw what was it? 崇高. Not that long ago, we saw 崇高 lofty. So 重庆 is probably just like 崇高的尊敬 or just oh yeah, there's 崇拜 as well. 崇敬, it's a 推崇敬重. Yeah, it's just a high level of esteem, I guess. 崇敬伟人, right? 伟人, great people. 以无比崇敬的心情聆听战斗英雄的报告. Yeah, I think this is just a high level of respect. Yeah, reverence. I don't think there's much more to it than that. 令人崇敬. 他们怀着崇敬之情缅怀那位老人. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just that. The 崇 just implies a large degree. 推崇, praise highly. Oh, it's not. Maybe that's not entirely correct. Praise highly, hold in esteem. What is 崇拜? What usually this is what 崇拜是他, like some kind of like movie star or something like this, a singer. You think you worship that singer. 孩子们从小就崇拜英雄, worship heroes, maybe in a novel or 盲目崇拜. So this is blind worship of, say, someone like, I don't know, Taylor Swift or something. I don't know. 金钱崇拜. Was that monetarily? Oh, is this the worship of money? Maybe. 崇拜. So I don't think there's much to learn about 崇敬 other than what? Other than it's just esteem, revere. Is there anything I should know about 崇敬 other than its a high level of 尊敬? I don't know. 尊敬.情感强度. Yeah, so it's stronger. 人们对这位伟大的科学家充满了崇敬。作为一名教师，他赢得了学生们的崇敬。Yeah, all right. Nothing exciting. 充满了崇敬。Okay, context. Let's look at this one. 他对这位哲学家的深刻思想充满了崇敬。So apparently this philosopher's deep thoughts are worthy of high esteem. 崇敬 Yeah. 他尊敬他的父母，常常向他们请教生活中的难题。Here would 尊敬. So you 尊敬 your parents, but you 崇敬 a famous philosopher. All right. You get the idea, I think. It's not too bad. Next is 偶像. Yeah, if you go to your dictionary and look up words beginning with O, there's very, very few. There's like and orphan. There's only a few that start with O. 偶像 is one of them. 哦对，偶然、偶像、偶尔。Okay, 偶像 idol icon 偶像 quite often used figuratively. Yeah, so 用泥土、木土等雕塑成的神像、佛像等，比喻人们盲目崇拜的对象。Okay, so in quite a few religions, I assume quite a few religions, you're not meant to worship idols. It's considered a sin to worship idols. Yeah, so idol worshipping, yeah. 崇拜偶像, worship an idol. This would be considered a bad thing in a fair number of religions. But yeah, what would be the term for Australian idol? How do you say Australian idol in Chinese? I'm guessing it's 澳大利亚偶像, maybe. 澳大利亚偶像. Yeah, 澳大利亚偶像. Yeah, I know one guy from Australian Idol, not Australia's Got Talent. His name is Robert Mills. Yeah, I went to school with him. Yeah, I went to school with him. I remember one time we were at, it was like, we were walking along and we walked past the music hall, or whatever you call it. And it was like a classroom where they taught music. And we heard someone singing amazingly. It was just mind-blowingly good. And then we worked out, it's Rob Mills. Yeah. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. He was on Australia's Got Talent. I think he came third. Oh, sorry, not Australian Idol. Sorry. Finalist. I think he came third or something. I forget exactly. Yeah. So 澳大利亚偶像 Australian Idol. So it can be used for this kind of idol, like Rob Mills. Who else would be considered an idol? Who would be some common celebrities? Who would be some common celebrities who we might call an 偶像? Zhou Jielun, yeah, Zhou Jielun. Zhou Jielun's very famous. Who is this? Cai Lin, I don't know. Taylor Swift, BTS. Yeah, these are 偶像, yeah, idols. You kind of worship them, right? So it's figurative, right? 你崇拜这些偶像. You don't literally like go to them and pray. You kind of just collect all their data and are big fans of them. 周杰伦的音乐才华让他成为了许多年轻人的偶像. Okay, so this 他 is 周杰伦. Yeah. 章子怡、成龙、Leonardo DiCaprio, Scarlett Johansson. Do you know these characters? 章子怡 was a Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right? Or is it Crouching Dragon, Hidden Dragon? No, Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. 章子怡因其精湛的演技和美丽的外貌而成为许多影迷的偶像. So here, we talked about me before. Me can be used as a suffix to mean an enthusiast about something. Here, 影迷, 影 pertains to movies. So 影迷 is a movie fan, right? There's plenty of other me's around, and you can make up your own me. Like Shumi, I don't know, book fan. I better check. Zhang Ziyi was in Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right? I'm not wrong. She's in a lot, so I could get it confused. Zhang Ji. Yeah, that's her there, right? And this is Gong Li, if I remember correctly. All right, Yao Ming, Li Na. So Yao Ming is a famous basketballer. Li Na is a famous tennis player. Tenniser? You don't say tenniser, you say basketballer, but not tenniser. LeBron James back to basketball, Serena Williams back to tennis. I'm going to say tenniser from now on. Serena Williams is a famous tenniser. I'm going to say that just because I like to break the rules. 姚明的篮球生涯让他成为了无数篮球爱好者的偶像。Yeah, 无数 literally means countless. This I think innumerable. But yeah, so I like saying this. When my teacher asks, 你有没有问题? I might say, 我有无数的问题. Yeah, so innumerable basketball fans or hobbyists, lovers, lover in the kind of, okay, we'll move on. Let's move on. TV shows, He Ling, I don't know who that is. Wang Han, don't know who that is. Ellen DeGeneres, Oprah Winfrey, I know who they are. More movie stars, right? Oh, these are models. Model. Liu Wen, don't know who that is. I know Naomi Campbell, right? Yeah, I like Naomi Campbell is apparently the same height as me. So if people ask me my height, I say I'm the same height as Naomi Campbell. 我和Naomi Campbell 一样高。这个模特。Yeah. Now everyone knows how tall I am. Who is Liu Wen? This is Liu Wen. He is a mortar, apparently. Alright, I don't know who this is. Alright. And authors. So who is this? Chun Shu. I have no idea who that is. Japanese. Jin Yong. No, Jin Yong. I know this name. I've never read anything by him. J.K. Rowling, Stephen King, very famous authors. Zhang Yimou. Yeah, we saw him. Zhang Yimou. Zhang Yimou. No, hold on. He was like Kung Fu Hustle guy, right? No, Stephen Chow was like Kung Fu Hustle. It was Zhang Yimou. Zhang Yimou was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, right? I always get them mixed up. Zhang Yimou. But which movies are we talking about? Yinxiong, Hero. Well, what's that one? Oh, maybe is it this one? Li An. I feel like I'm embarrassing myself now, but I don't know everything about everything. Oh, is this The Life of Pi, is it? Shaonian Pai. Really? Okay, so Li An was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Gemini Man. Was that Li An as well? So who... Anyway, let's move on. These are all different idols. Whoops. Ma Yun, Ma Ke, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs. Maybe they're rich people. I have no idea who these people are. Oh, Shou Jishu, the designers. All right. Oh, Vera Wang. I know the name. I don't know the others. Wang Luo Hongren. PewDiePie, I know. I don't know who these are. Austin Lee. Emma Chamberlain. I have no idea who that is. All right, you get the idea. These are all different idols in the sense of Australian idol, or if you're in a different country, it's, I don't know, Kazakhstan idol. Is there a Kazakhstan idol? Okay, I need to know now. Is there a Kazakhstan idol? Kazakhstan idol. Is there a Kazakhstan idol? Oh, I misspelled. Superstar KZ. Kazakh idol, there it is. Is it any good? Oh, okay, I feel like sometimes I go down rabbit holes. It's not very, yeah. All right, anyway, there is a Kazakh idol. So not just Australian idol, is like whatever country you're from idol. All right. All right, what's next? Okay, 封建. That's the last one for this chapter. 封建, feudalism. Yeah, so feudalism, like when you're talking about Chinese history, you talk about various dynasties. I think we think of dynasties being the end of feudalism. So can you sum up the role of 封建 in Chinese history, please? So you have the peasants who are the vast majority of people, and the rich ruling class who had the money and the power. And then you have revolutions, and you go, haha, I want money and power too. What's going on? Why aren't you sending? Not my side this time. Yeah, of course, feudalism applies to a lot of countries. But I think when you talk about it in Chinese, you often talk about Chinese history. 封建在中国历史中有着重要而复杂的角色。以下是对封建制度在中国历史中的角色和概念。Yeah, so these words, when you talk to Chinese people using these words, they're going to have a certain mindset, and a lot of it's going to be influenced by Chinese history rather than feudalism in like France or something like this. So it could be a little different. Okay, I'll regenerate. Why didn't it work? All right. Yeah, so a governance, economic, societal structure. Okay, 封建制度 feudalist system, 封建制度 often it's used in that phrase. The 定义, the definition. 封建制度是指一种基于土地封赏. So 土地 is land. So in this case, it means property or something. So the more land you own, the more money you can make. 封赏, 封 meaning sealed off. 赏, bestow, I guess. So only certain people are able to be landowners. 分封和等级制的政治的社会体系，在这种制度下，最高统治者如皇帝，将土地分封给let me get this right， 诸侯。诸侯 the whole here is not 什么是后的后 this is a different whole. There's a one fewer stroke. It looks very similar. There's 什么是后 and this is 诸侯. 诸侯 is like this one. Dukes and princesses. Princes. Okay, so these are the people who are allowed to own land. 诸侯在分封给在低级别的贵族。Oh, okay, sorry, no, I said the wrong thing. 诸侯 are the ones under the emperor or whoever, like the single person in charge. and they can distribute land to the nobility. 以此类推，形成了一个金字塔式的权力结构。So 金字塔 is a pyramid. 金字塔式。Okay, apparently it means downward facing dog. It means pyramid. 金字塔式 is like a pyramid in the style of a pyramid. So the emperor at the top, the 诸侯 next, the 贵族, and then you have the peasants. How do you say peasants? Just 普通人? I don't know. How would you say peasants? 农民, and there's farmers. Maybe. Anyway. Okay, okay. 各级封建领主 feudal lords. Okay, so this is overlord. I am the overlord. Okay, overlords. So this is a feudalism specific vocabulary item. 对上一级负责并享有对其领地内的统治权 the right to govern. Dominion. So here, yeah, from this is like ancient history. 西周. So 夏商周, the first three dynasties of China. 夏商周. Xia is kind of semi-mythological. Shang is next, and Zhou is the third. This is like Bronze Age. Sorry, no, stop. Bronze Age, yeah. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, bronze. Is it bronze? Bronze Age, if I remember correctly. Yeah, so 1000 BC, etc. 封建制度的雏形. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to add that to my list of words I should know. 雏形. I'll show you. I just make my notes. I just jotted in the margin here. How do you write 雏? Whoops. 雏形. Yeah. 雏形. Actually, I might add the pinyin as well. 雏形. And yeah, when I get around to it, I will study those words. Sometimes I don't feel like studying the textbook. And it's like, oh, what should I do? I don't want to waste my time. I should do something productive. And then there's a whole list of words there. Okay, I'll study those. Okay, 雏形, this embryonic stage. 雏形可以追溯到西周时期. So what was before 西周? So 西周 is the early forms of feudalism. So this is 3,000 years ago. 周天子 son of heaven, the rightful emperor. Okay, Zhou is the dynasty name, right? 将土地分封给王族. This would be like princes or something. What is this? 功臣, meritorious official. So Chen would be 大臣, is it 大臣? Like officials as I don't know, ministers and so on. So the gong implies those who have done well. All right. Anyway, we can't do them all. Let's go to the 清朝, 明清. Okay, 明. So how did it finish? Yeah, so finished with the Republic of China back then. 封建制逐渐演变成更为复杂的中央集权体制 centralized state power. Okay. 虽然仍有封建残余 Wait, let me get the time. 残余. So there's remnants of feudalism. Then 郡县制. What is 郡县制? 郡县制. Not sure what that system is. 成为主要的行政管理方式. Okay, 废除. So the abolition of feudalism in China. 清朝末年, the end of the Qing dynasty. 封建制度最终被现代化改革所取代。取代 is like supplanted. So it was supplanted by modernization reforms. Okay. 标志着中国封建时代的结束. The end of feudalism in China. Yeah. So if you're learning about feudalism, you need to know a few of these feudalism specific vocabulary words like 诸侯, 贵族, 诸侯贵族. All right, that's the vocabulary. Next on the agenda is reading the text. All right. Can you see it? So I'm trying to arrange it. How's that? 中国古代书院. So in China, they had the concept of these academies and this kind of meritocracy. So yeah, it was one of the earliest systems. We'll probably learn about this. One of the earliest systems where people got important jobs and so on based on their credentials, how well they did in these academies. Yeah, back then it was normal for people to get these highly influential jobs because you happen to be the second cousin of the emperor or something like this. But China kind of did this meritocracy. So this is what we're going to learn about. Okay, pause for a second. I need the bathroom. All right, so let's learn about these. Yeah, I say it's like a meritocracy, but yeah. So these exams, the official examinations, and so on, they were incredibly intense, and you know the vast majority of people in China throughout Chinese history were completely illiterate and so on. They didn't have access to books and whatnot. So it's not that simple. But it certainly was better than, say, like Napoleon. I hear Napoleon was like, didn't get promoted because some random, actually, maybe I should go Google that before I say what I'm going to say. Yeah, but because the king's cousin or something got promoted instead, Napoleon wasn't very happy about that. Something in that ballpark. Someone who knows about Napoleonic history can add it to the comments. All right. So the ancient academies. 中国藏书的历史很长，有2000多年呢。有官方书籍藏书，也有私人藏书。唐代有人把藏书的地方称作书院，之后各有书院层出不穷，甚至有人把自己的书也命名为书院。We're not talking about the academies. We're talking about books. Not just books, but like book storages. Okay, 时光流转. So here, like with the 流转, it's like the flow and changing of the times. Yeah. 时光流转. 书院渐渐发展成了藏书，教学和研究相结合的教育机构，比如东家书院 ，this is the name of a 书院。What do you call? It's kind of like a library, but not exactly the same. 东家书院就是中国书院史上最早拥有的学田。What is a 学田? A study field? 学田。学田是专门配置给学校的田地。It is a field. 其收益用 what? 其收益用作教师薪酬及补助读书人的等开支。All right. So here. So what happened? What is a 学田? A 学田 is an actual field. And you grow things in the field to offset your academic costs and so on. Okay. is it 定 fourth term? 定有规章制度. Okay. 规章 is like a system of rules and regulations. 收有学生的私办书院。What do you think that means? 私办 This is self 书院 These are the ones you've made, the students have made themselves. Okay. 它前后存在的千余年，名字更换了3、4次，截止到清朝末年。So end of the Qing dynasty. So this is the change. This is the end of like emperors and dynasties. 截止到 So it terminated at the end of the Qing dynasty. 书院制度终止 Oh no, this is just ending then and it terminated then. All right, anyway. 东家书院改成了学校。OK， 可以这样说，萌芽鱼塘。Okay, so do you remember 萌芽? 萌芽 is a sprout. So a sprout is often used to indicate like an early stage of development. So 萌芽鱼塘. So this will be sprouted in the Tang dynasty. 完备于宋. And it was completed in the Song dynasty. Yeah, a lot of things are not like Rome. They're not built in a day. So, yeah. So the early stages were in the Tang dynasty. 废止于清 废止于清 abolished in the Qing dynasty. 废止于清的东家书院是中国书院制度的一个缩影。We saw 缩影. What was it? Oh, it was the epitome. The epitome. It's like a canonical example of this. The epitome of 书院 is this particular 书院。历史上的书院立足于人才培养，他把灵魂塑造看得和学问同等重要。Okay, so did you see this one? 灵魂塑造，灵魂 is your soul, but more like spiritual cultivation. Literally, it says soul molding. You mold your soul. Soul molding. So this kind of spiritual cultivation is considered as important as like academic learning. 提倡刻苦 严谨的治学精神，努力实践自由活泼的办学宗旨。All right, 宗旨 is your general overall goals. So here when you say how do we put this together? 努力实践. So you should put effort into 实践. This is like putting into practice here. 自由活泼 like free expression, free 活泼 free vigor, I don't know. 的办学宗旨. So 办学 would be so you're managing a school or something like that. 宗旨, the mission or general goals. So you're kind of given, how do you explain this? I'm not sure how you would translate that. 书院的历史是中国古代教育史上的一份珍贵遗产. Yeah, 遗产 is kind of like a leftover thing. Usually you might leave it to your descendants and so on. 德业 I don't know what 德业 is. 德业并重视书院自始至终的追求目标. So I wrote it here. Moral conduct and achievement lay equal stress on. Okay, 并 can sometimes mean equal or co. You may have encountered like 并存 coexist. So 并存 here it's 并重. So, not this 并重. Yeah, maybe it's not a very common word. Let's not go too far down that rabbit hole. 并重, equally important. So, 德 is like moral, and 业 is more like achievement. So, morals and achievements, equally important. 自始至终, so from start to finish. You can also just say 始终. Yeah, 自始至终. 追求目标. 翻开各时代书院颁布的学规就能发现. So 学规 school rules. Apparently, I don't know if this is used figuratively. 书院重视学问, 更重视品德修养. So 修养 is the cultivation of 品德, this kind of abstract concept, like a moral character. Yeah, I don't know. You can study thousands of years of Chinese history and figure it out. 比如立泽书院, right? 立泽, if I get that correct. 学规第一条大意是, so the 大意 is like approximately or more or less. This is the general idea. 凡是本书院的学子都要孝训长辈. 孝训 is this kind of filial piety concept. It in effect means do what your parents tell you to do, but it's kind of there to mean like showing respect for your parents by kind of obeying them. 敬爱兄长, 为人忠诚, 守信用, 不顺从长辈和兄弟不友善, 与人不和睦, 对朋友不忠诚, 言行不义, 善以虚伪的言辞掩饰过失的无耻之徒. That was a really big A really big way of saying people who don't do this. 一经发现. So we saw 已经 before, meaning it's like once it's discovered. 已经发现本书院定不容纳. Yeah, so I guess this is just an abbreviation for 一定不会容纳. 容纳 meaning 接受 here. OK, 短短一段文字透露出这样的信息。书院在人文环境的距离上是有标准的，那就是树立正气，唾弃卑鄙，树弃卑鄙堕落的腐败行为。So we're establishing like 正气. 正气 here is kind of like positive energy, like despising despicable behavior, that sort of thing, and corruption. 因此有学问、有道德、有崇高的境界，就成为了古代知识分子，立志终生攀登的道德高峰。All right, so 攀登 here is used figuratively, right? So you're climbing to the summit of morality. But what is 立志终生? 终生 is your whole life, right? 立志. So this is like established, or what have I put? Determined? Established through your whole life? These kind of both having academics and morals and your 崇高的境界 a lofty realm. I don't know how to translate this. It's figurative. 提倡刻苦严谨的治学精神是古代书院的共同特点。古代书院学术思想各有不同，但治学态度却极为相似，认为读书没有窍门，没有捷径，唯有发扬勤奋好学的精神，扎扎实实，一步一个脚印，才能做好学生，做好学问。你做好学问 ，is that a collocation? 做好学问。I'm a bit skeptical about that. Sorry, this one. 做好学问。做学问。So 学问 is something you can do. 做学问。I wasn't expecting that. 学问。So do learning, do knowledge. 做学问。Yeah, let's ask ChatGPT. Can you help me understand, please? Yeah, 做学问 to do learning. Can you say 学学问? Yeah, so 学问 isn't exactly what I was thinking it is then. So here 做学。今天我想讲讲自己做学问的经验。So do learning 做学问，学问 learning knowledge. There must be learning 学问 learning as an activity. It is a noun 一个学问。I don't know. 中文短语Yeah, ChatGPT is being a bit annoying today. What have we got? 是一个常用的韩语表达，一直从事学术研究、学习和探索知识。 它不仅涉及学习和掌握学科知识，还包括对知识的深入思考、研究、创新。以下是关于做学问的几个关键方面。So basic meaning. So academic research, 学习和积累知识. So study and accumulate knowledge and reflect and innovate. All right. So let's read these examples. Oh no, there's no examples. Yeah, so 做学问 is not just study, but it's like reflect, yeah, research, reflect, innovate. All right. 做好学问 wait. We're here somewhere, right? Oh, here we are. 才能做好学问。在学习方法上，提倡读书成诵。诵 yeah, this is 背诵的诵。背诵的诵 recite from memory. So 诵 by itself. Presumably 成诵 implies that it becomes so familiar that you are able to recite it by memory. 成诵 yeah, to be able to recite. So you study something so well you can recite it from memory. 对诗文熟 what? 对诗文熟读到能够背诵 yeah, 熟读. So you recite it so many times that you can do it from memory. So 成诵 so 读书成诵 so you study to the point where you can just do it from memory. Yeah. 因为书读百遍，其义自见。I'm not familiar with this one. Yeah, 一步一个脚印. So it's kind of like one step at a time in English. One step, one footprint in Chinese. What's this one? 书读百遍. So read the book 100 times. 其义自见. I don't know what that means. 书读火车. All right, it's not in here. Let's look at it in 书读百遍. 百遍. Yeah, 书读百遍. What do you? So this is 陈寿. Can you help me understand, please? Oh, it's so much easier nowadays. You just have ChatGPT. It's like, help me understand it, and it'll tell me all the things I need to know. Probably 100 things I don't need to know too, but just in case. 是中文中的一句名言，意思是通过反复阅读同一本书的文献。Yeah, this is my second time reading this textbook, so maybe it's kind of my philosophy too. 可以逐渐明白其中的意义。这句话强调了深入学习和反复阅读的重要性，尤其是在理解复杂的或难以把握的内容时。Maybe it's a Chinese way of studying. Yeah, I remember reading one of those UN articles, and there was in the article there was a student who was memorizing poetry, and the student was like, 老师，我不明白这是什么意思，我不懂，我什么都不懂。And the teacher was like, well, just memorize it for now. You'll learn what it means later. You'll figure it out. Which wouldn't really cut it with the teachers in Australia, I guess. 解析的句话. So, 读书百遍. So this is literally just read the book 100 times. Or the 100 is not literal though. Many times. So that's not a problem. 其义 自见其意 is its meaning, so that's fine. 自然会显现出来 become prominent. 指的是经过多次阅读后，书中的意义和内涵会逐渐显露清晰。So what is 自见？其意自见。I guess 自 is 自然的。Is that right? So you just don't worry about anything else. Just read the textbook 100 times and you will learn everything. Sometimes it can be like that. There is a footnote, a 注释. What does the 注释 say? 意思是说书读熟了自然就领悟了 That's always like a poem. All right, so it is 自然. The 自 is 自然. 见 I guess is 见解 or just no, maybe 见 is just 可见, like you can see in the sense of understand. All right, 提倡温故知新. I don't know what that means. 提倡博学求精. 提倡读书须犹疑. So first one, 温故知新. Let's read the footnote. 温故知新. No, I don't know. 故 could be story. 知道新的知识. Maybe it's learn new things. I don't know when. 成语. 出自论语. Okay, so it's a Confucius or Confucius's disciple. 也说温故而知新，意思是经常温习学过的知识。温习 What is 温习？温习 is it 复习？重新学习学过的东西，巩固 consolidate. So 温习 is revise, studying things you've studied previously. 温习. So, but we say 复习 nowadays. Okay, this is what I'm doing now, right? I've studied these textbooks, so I'm 温习. You're watching a live 温习. 自然能获得新的理解和体会. Yeah. Because you fill in all the gaps. Like the first time I read it, especially things like grammar, you're busy understanding what the words mean, not really literally what the words mean. What's the definition of this word? What's the definition of that word? And now it's at a much higher level for me. Okay. 温故知新. So 温 is revise. 故 probably is just what you're studying. 知新 and you get new knowledge. Yeah, okay. 提倡博学求精. 博学 is like erudite or something. Maybe study broadly. 求精 pursue precision, maybe. What does it say in the footnotes? 博学求精意思是学识要广博 Yeah, so breadth of knowledge. 学术上要精通 proficiency rather than accuracy, proficiency. 提倡读书须有疑. Yeah, 有疑 is like 疑 is doubt, right? 疑问疑惑. Yeah, if you understood everything immediately, then you don't learn anything, do you? You need to go through the process of struggling. 读书须有疑. So 读书 is like studying, you must have doubts, I guess. 意思是读书之后需要要思考. Okay. So the 疑 is not doubts, but it's reflecting. 要能够提出问题, 解决问题以求心意. Yeah, this is good philosophy. I like this. Yeah, you can see what I'm doing, right? I often come up with questions and then I Well, nowadays I can ask ChatGPT. ChatGPT wasn't quite as commonly found in Confucian times, but yeah, so I can ask ChatGPT, and like ChatGPT can tell me, and I still might go, not so convinced. Full of questions and doubts, and need to kind of cross-check and corroborate. 书院在办学方法上努力实践自由活泼的办学思想。Yeah, we said that sentence already. Except it was 办学宗旨 Here is 办学思想。首先，书院本质is like relying on or using as a core feature kind of thing. 本质，贫富平等的原则。Okay, so this is a fundamental principle. So it doesn't matter if you're rich or poor. 敞开大门，招收平民子弟入学。Yeah, so this is probably one of the most notable features in the Chinese academies. Is that they didn't just restrict the students to the nobility and so on. And yeah, people didn't necessarily get jobs because they were the third cousin of the emperor. Okay, 这在当时确实是令人震撼的开明之举。Yeah, so 之举 is like an action. So 开明之举 is an open-minded action. Yeah, this is just you can put before 之举 all sorts of things. 之举 yeah. 其二 okay, so we've had 其 but this is 其二 其 didn't say 其 but you get the idea. 书院重视自修和研究。Okay, 在读书的过程中，提倡自行思考，杜绝外来因素，杜绝外来因素的干涉。So the academies there, what am I saying? The academies are thinking for themselves, or at least the people in the academies, thinking for themselves independently and ignoring like external factors. Maybe this is an uncomfortable thing to think about, but when you're an academic, you kind of think about it anyway, because you're thinking about it academically. 也不会过多过问。So what are we talking about here? We're still talking about the like external factors, right? I think maybe the textbook wanted to add this word 过问 to so they just put it in there here. 以便开发学生的自主学习能力。自主 is kind of like self-motivated. You don't need a teacher to push you or prompt you into doing that. 激发学生的主动性和创造性。其三，鉴于一个人的知识和有限的，是有限的。So 鉴于 is like based on the fact or noting the fact that this is true. People's knowledge is limited. 大家的知识是无限的。Okay, so a single person's knowledge is limited, but 大家 like here 大家 is used to mean like the people as a whole has their knowledge is unlimited. Sort of. 个人解决不了的问题，在众人的智慧面前就不是问题。Okay, 不是问题 it's so easy to solve, it's not even a problem. 书院倡导互动切磋maybe 说磋商切磋 compare notes 切磋 kind of like 磋商 is negotiating though 切磋 yeah 互相学习其次 okay number 4 鼓励师生之间相互质疑。Yeah. So 质疑 is like questioning and so on. So the teacher asks the students questions and the students ask the teachers questions, kind of thing. 形成探讨争辩求真求实的学习风气。Yeah, so they're focused on seeking the truth and reality. Yeah. 另外，重视观点的多元化，开展不同观点的论辩。So we saw 开展 meaning so launch. 论辩 is like a debate, I guess. 论辩. So we're debating different viewpoints. 交流也是书院提倡的。It really depends. It depends on what you're debating. If you're debating like scientific theories or something like that, it's fine. But if you're debating like people's personal matters, it can be a rather different topic. 观点对立，有分歧不要紧，开放保守，也无关紧要，无关紧要。So I translated this to doesn't matter. 无关紧要。书院主张不同学派。So 派 is like a faction or a sect. So 学派 will be like a school of thought. So it's like, okay, your academic thinking is the complete opposite of mine, but we welcome you anyway, because who knows? Realistically, humans are humans, and sometimes you just have to wait until someone grows old and kind of, is less active in the field, or another expert surpasses them before their kind of ideas kind of go away. 不同主张之间的争辩与较量，为此书院设立了讲演辩论制度，类似今天的论坛。Yeah, okay. 这种学术活动很受欢迎，学子们学习热情高涨，相互激励，取长补短，取长补短。This is a 成语 is it a HSK6 成语？共同进步。Yeah. Yeah, let's have a look, because it's definitely a common 成语。取长补短，取长补短，取长补短。补 meaning to repair or amend. 短 literally means short, but yeah. 取长补短，取长补短。All right. So we talk about 长处 and 短处. 长处 strengths, 短处 weaknesses, right? So here you 取 you take up the 长 and you 补 you repair the 短. So you accept strengths and remedy weaknesses. It seems like use strengths to make up for weaknesses, or use other strengths to make up for one's own weaknesses. Yeah, that's one of the things about teams, right? 队员。OK， 或者你也可以说我们取长补短。Yeah. Not everyone is good at everything. In fact, you would probably say no one is good at everything. 书院讲究长幼 right? 长幼 seniority. Okay, 讲究 is this kind of like is particular about or pays particular attention to who is older, who is younger kind of thing. 注重礼节 so emphasizing etiquette. 但不拘泥 Here I translated rigid adherence. 拘泥. It's kind of like stuck in the mud, right? Stuck in the mud. 拘泥. Unable to make progress because you're stuck. 拘泥. Rigid here, be stickler for. 固守某种东西，不知变通 unable to change. Okay. It is 拘泥书本 Okay, what about this one? 拘谨拘束 Yeah, it's like kind of like stubborn or unconstrained, unwilling to change. 老熟人呢不必那么拘泥 Anyway, you probably encountered words like 拘留拘束 maybe. Anyway, 主张刻苦自立 Another 自立 This is self-motivation. Assiduous self-motivation. 自主学习却又鼓励相互质疑 So encouraging mutual questioning. Yeah, it's a reasonable method if it's like about facts and things like, oh, is that correct? Are you sure the capital of France is Madrid? I feel like it's not Madrid. Something like that, maybe. 辩论书院内师生关系融洽 Yeah, like you could. Why does my map say it's Paris? 感情深厚，学生衷心爱戴名师，因为他们学识广博。广博 is broad, like broad erudite. 学识 the knowledge gained through study is broad. 品德过人。Okay, so 过人 is so like 超过 surpassing 人 is like surpassing your average Joe kind of thing, like well above the average. Okay, 给学生做出了最好的示范。Here it is acting as a role model rather than demonstrating a chemistry or physics experiment. 是学生崇敬的偶像。All right, so we're talking about a 名师 a famous teacher. 书院对中国封建社会教育学术的发展产生过重要影响。Yeah. All right, so we read it once. Let's read it again and pay more attention to fluency. All right. I need to have a bit of a breather. Get ready. 中国古代书院，中国藏书的历史很长，有2000多年了。有官方藏书，也有私人藏书。唐代有人把藏书的地方称作书院。之后，各种书院层出不穷，甚至有人把自己的书屋也命名为书院。时光流转，书院渐渐发展成了藏书教学和研究相结合的教学机构。比如东家书院就是中国书院史上最早拥有学田，定有规章制度，收有学生的4班书院。它前后存在了1000余年，名字更换了3、4次。截止到清朝末年，书院制度终止，东家书院改成了学校。可以这样说，萌芽于唐，完备于宋， 废止于清的东家书院是中国书院制度的一个缩影。历史上的书院立足于人才培养，他把灵魂塑造看得和学问同等重要，提倡刻苦严谨的治学精神，努力实践自由活泼的办学宗旨。书院的历史是中国古代教育史上的一份珍贵遗产。德业并重是书院自始至终的追求目标。翻开各时代书院颁布的学规，就能发现，书院重视学问，更重视品德修养。比如立则书院学规第一条大意是，凡是本书院的学子都要孝顺长辈，敬爱兄长，为人忠诚，守信用，不顺从长辈和兄弟不友善，与人不和睦，和睦，对朋友不忠诚，言行不一，善以虚伪的言辞掩饰过失的无耻之敌。已经发现，本书院定不容纳。短短一段文字透露出这样的信息：书院在人文环境的治理上是有标准的，那就是树立正气，唾弃卑鄙、堕落的腐败行为。因此，有学问、有道德、有崇高的境界，就成为了古代知识分子立志终生攀登的道德高峰。Sorry, I'm running out of pop. 提倡刻苦严谨的治学精神是古代书院的共同特点。古代书院学术思想各有不同，但治学态度却极为相似，认为读书没有窍门，没有捷径，唯有发扬勤奋好学的精神，扎扎实实一步一个脚印，才能做好学问。在学习方法上，提倡读书成诵，因为读书百遍，其义自见。提倡温故知新，提倡博学求精，提倡读书须有疑。书院在办学方法上努力实践自由活泼的办学思想。首先，书院本着贫富平等的原则，重开大门，招收平民子弟入学。这在当时确实是令人震撼的开明之举。其二，书院重视自修和研究，在读书的过程中，倡议自行思考，杜绝外来因素的干涉，也不会过多过问，以便开发学生的 自主学习能力，激发学生的主动性和创造性。第三，鉴于一个人的知识是有限的，大家的知识是无限的，个人解决不了的问题，在众人的智慧面前就不是问题。书院倡导互相切磋，互相学习。其次，鼓励师生之间相互质疑，形成探讨、争辩、求真求实的学习风气。另外，重视观点的多元化，开展不同观点的辩论，论辩交流，也是书院提倡的。观点对立，有分歧不要紧，开放保守，也无关紧要。书院主张，不同学派、不同主张之间的争辩与较量，为此书院设立了讲演辩论制度，类似今天的论坛。这种学术活动很受欢迎，学子们学习热情高涨，相互激励，取长补短，共同进步。书院讲究长幼，注重礼节，但不拘泥，主张刻苦自立，自主学习，却又鼓励相互质疑、辩论。书院内，师生关系融洽，感情深厚，学生忠心，爱戴名师，因为他们学识广博，品德过人，给学生做出了最好的示范，是学生崇敬的偶像。书院对中国封建社会教育学术的发展产生过重要影响。All right, that's it. That's that. So we've done the reading. One more thing I want to do is find the one online. And this is this. This is the original. I don't know how similar it is. I haven't actually read it yet. But first, I need the bathroom. Pause for a second. All right, sorry, where were we? Okay, let's have a read of the original. Yeah, sorry, it's going to be a little bit of a long video, but oh well. 中华文化, turn off the dictionary. Actually, I can do this mode. Use reader mode, get rid of all the other stuff. 中华文化5000载，私人藏书2000年。All right. 我国藏书的起源，可以上溯到殷商时代，距今已有3600多年的历史。书藏是人类进步的阶梯 ，step ladder， figurative。而中国作为世界文明大国中书籍数量最多的国家，Is that true? China is the country with the most books? Maybe. I mean, seems reasonable. 其绵延悠久的历史文明是与书籍的收集、储备、流传和利用分不开的。So, all right, let's just read it. 因此，中国古代的 藏书文化是中国传统文化极为重要的组成部分。All right， 中国古代藏书文化分为4大系统，一是官府藏书，2是寺官藏书，3是书院藏书，4是私家藏书。So 4 different ones. One is from officials, like government officials or officials in the government. This is like religious temples, I guess, things like that. This is like book depositories, like these schools and whatnot, and private collections. 前3种藏书系统都可归属于公家藏书体系。藏书作为集体的共有财产而存在，收藏管理的主体只有保管的责任和不真正拥有。我因为他们往往不能贯穿典籍的访求、收藏、校看 I have no idea what 校看 is 保管保管交流流通等环节。大多数公家藏书不能像私家藏书那样用情于书并积淀其丰厚的文化内容。这是我们要集中探讨古代私家藏书文化的原因。All right, so this is pretty intense. 古代私家藏书的发展，古代私家藏书可以追溯到春秋时期的孔子 Confucius 此后私家藏书是2000年的历史进程中经历了几个不同的发展阶段。OK， 成长期 maturation phase， 春秋末期东汉。Well, that's a long period of time, right? 孔子 that's like 1,000 years, maybe something like that. 孔子是我国第一代私人藏书家。OK， 我国古代的商周时期，因为学术出门，典籍较小，出现一个学术官守的特殊阶段，因此，官府藏书的历史要比私家藏书早近千年。Okay, so the first 1,000 years, the first nearly 1,000 years were basically like very special usages, which is unsurprising. Like most people in China could not read, like throughout most of Chinese history. It's a fairly new thing relative to the length of Chinese history. Like it's a fairly new thing that most people can read now. Yeah. Like Chinese illiteracy goes it has been a really serious problem throughout Chinese history. OK， 东周以后，东王室逐渐衰微。So this is the name of some kind of library or book depository or something. 学在官府有一个中心，分散为若干个中心。到了春秋中后期，周王室。So Zhou is the dynasty name, right? Wang means king, right? So Zhou I pushed the wrong button. Here. So the first emperor of China, the first Huangdi, is Qin Shi Huang. It doesn't correspond. So the first dynasty in China was thousands of years before that. So before we had emperors in China, we had kings, I guess. So Zhou Wang Shi. All right. 到了春秋周王室和诸侯的藏书对学者和他国贵族有所开放。孔子和他同时期的一些学者有了私人教学。So this is private education. So this is Confucius. 研究和藏书的条件。All right. So, like special conditions. 他在整理六经 sounds like some special book. I don't know what it is. Like 六经和编定教材时，积累了一批藏书。汉书艺文志说，孔子的藏书历经十数代，到西汉武帝末，才被人发现。这些材料证明孔子是我国历史上第一代私人藏书家。All right, so Confucius was the first to like store books. Although was it books back then? I'm not sure what it would count. 春秋末到战国时期，诸子风起。So this 诸子 this is the rise of the thinkers, right? Yeah, the philosophers. So there's a whole bunch of philosophers. Oh, yeah, that's very handy. They're listed there. There's a whole bunch of philosophers who are given these courtesy names. I think they're called courtesy names. 孔子, Confucius, 孟子, okay, 道, oh, 老子, 庄子, 墨子, oh, 孙子, yeah, and all these ones, I don't know some of these other ones. And all of them together are called 诸子, various sages. So that's what this one, the rise of the sages. 百家争鸣，诸子各家为了宣传自己的主张，教育弟子，著书立说，不能没有自己的典籍文献，所以他们大都有私人藏书。战国中后期，诸子的私人藏书有所增加。庄子对吗？庄子天下，偏说名家，会师博学多才，体书无车。I don't know what that means. 后来的成语学富五车，就出自这个典故。So this is a 成语 all right? What does it mean? I don't know. Google, okay, I'll put it in here. If Google is not going to tell me. Be wealthy in knowledge, of great erudition and scholarship. What does the 车 mean? Ooh, 5 cars. I don't know why there is a car there. Or a chariot or something. I don't know. 春秋战国时期，百家争鸣的文化运动产生了6艺、诸子、实学、兵学、医学、天文、地理等大批典籍。So a whole bunch of schools of thought, including like history, military studies, and so on. 形成后， 各个 no 各个学科的 oh this one 雏形 right it is 雏形 this was on my list of words I need to learn it wasn't 雏形 yes the embryonic stage 雏形隋金秦始皇凡书之前 so Qin Shi Huang, the first emperor of China, was one of the, like, he did a whole bunch of good things and bad things. Yeah, nowadays we would consider book burning a bad thing. But yeah, he burned all the books, burned lots of books. 但私家藏书仍留下一批图书种子 the seeds of books, something like that. 汉兴改秦旧弊 so Han Xing yeah so the Qin dynasty didn't last very long it was something like 20 or 30 years Qin Shi Huang was the first emperor and then his son took over and then it just didn't do a very good job and that was it yeah Qin Shi Huang come along united China and yeah it was kind of prosperous for a bit quite some significant and rapid progress during that time, but then his son took over and collapsed. And then there was the Han dynasty afterwards, which lasted for quite a while. Yeah, so we're talking about Han Xing. Han dynasty is noted for being particularly prosperous. So Han dynasty is prosperous. Correcting the Qing dynasty's 旧弊, I guess, old mistakes. They're not making the same mistakes. 收集整理图集共私藏书不断增加 Okay, so during the Han dynasty, there's a lot of emphasis on like storing books, not necessarily books, but just writing. I did it again. This is really long, isn't it? We're only up to the Han dynasty. Whoa, where are we? So, sorry, we're here. 西汉时 so Xihan and then moved to Donghan afterwards when the capital moved. Donghan. 西汉时图书交易场所书肆也已出现。西汉末年有长安怀市 This is 槐树的槐 right? Chang'an, now called Xi'an, you probably know that, but just in case. 诸生素望会辞事各持其郡所出货物 What? This is like classical Chinese. I mean 集经传书记项羽买卖到了东汉京师洛阳 Yeah, so the capital moved from Chang'an, what was called Chang'an at the time, from Xi'an to 洛阳出现了专门的书肆 I don't know what 书肆 means 方便了私人藏书 Oh, maybe this is like the mass production of books 也为一些好学之士所利用东汉学者王充 So Wang Chong is not someone from the Donghan period, it's an expert. They'll be an expert in this period. I have no idea what that character is. I'm guessing it's 勋业年轻时 Oh, maybe they're both two names. 因家贫无书 No, sorry, I have to retract my previous statement. These scholars are scholars from the time period, not modern scholars studying that time period. I retract my previous statement. 都是利用书肆而 博通众流百家之言的。All right. So these two scholars were notably very poor. So they didn't have books. However, after this kind of change, they could study. Yeah, all right. This is really long. Maybe I'm not going to do the whole lot. Whoa, what is that? Yeah, this is where you encounter all these characters you don't see anywhere else. They're like historical names of people and places and so on. And this is how you end up knowing 5,000 characters, but only the first 3,000 are really that useful. Yeah. Yeah, all right. I don't think it's wise to read all this. What's that one? Pool, is it? Yeah, this is really quite dissimilar from the textbook, so I'm not sure it's exactly the same, but let's just read a little bit at the end here. Maybe here. 现今我们所经常接触和使用的古籍丛书，大部分是明清藏书家依据自己的藏书编印的。如果再追溯到历史上，藏书家对于公家藏书的补充和重建，我们说当今所能看到的古籍，绝大部分是历代藏书家保存传递之功，应不为过。All right, so moral of the story, most of them come from the Ming and Qing dynasties, these large book storages. 古代藏书家在保藏的过程中，还对典籍进行整理和研究，从而促进了古文献学中目录版本。What is 校刊? Or could it be 教刊? Maybe it is 教刊。教刊教刊 I was well off. 教刊 collate. 教刊辨伪 This is like weed out the fakes. I have no, what's that character? 基石 I don't know. 基义No idea what that is. Let's continue. Compile and edit scattered documents and manuscripts. 集义等捐学的产生和发展，许多学者和藏书家还利用藏书在有关学科中进行新知识体系的创造，在学术上取得显赫成就。It's like illustrious or something, if I remember correctly. Yeah, this is not very much like the textbook at all, so I may have found the wrong article, but yeah, it's the same name. 中华文化5000年，私人藏书2000年。Thought it was the same. Very different. Or maybe the textbook simplified it quite considerably. Anyway, time for a rest. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next video. TTFN. Bye bye.